Yesterday we went over FNCS day 1 and it was a pretty crazy day. Day 2 was even more crazy and I can't wait to go over it with you. Make sure you like the video with the algorithm so this gets pushed to more people, and send it to a friend so they also know how FNCS went. EU was won by none other than Swizzy and Vanyak. They ended up having a great second day, coming 4th, 12th, 5th and then dying of spawn, then coming 1st and 6th to finish it off. This was a day that had 1.5 times point multiplier, so this made sure they had a really good lead. They finished on 888 points and second place finished on 637, so they really took it out in a good way. In second we have Chap and Teeny. This was Chap's first ever FNCS Grand Final, so it is super impressive he's managed to come so high. It might have been the best ever debut to an FNCS Grand Final. Teeny has obviously broke a record as well as being the highest ever controller player to ever place in FNCS EU Grand Finals. They had a great and super consistent day too, with a 13th, 3rd, 1st and 2nd today. In third we have none other than Seti and Kami. They had a bit of a dodgy day today, struggling to get into those top 5 placements. They only made 2 top 5s today, however they got almost 4 top 10s. Not quite as consistent as the day previously, especially with them dying below 30th twice today, however they still managed to take out a 3rd place. Vadila and Reasonet had an incredible day, and they fully deserved their 4th place in the leaderboard. In the first game of day 2, they got a 14 kill 3rd. This is crazy for Grand Finals and get them 170 points for that game. Honestly, I didn't expect much of this team coming to Grand Finals. Watching Reason stream, it's clear to see they were really streamlined in their fighting. You know who really surprised me in day 2? It might be the best comeback ever. But after finishing day 1 on 47th place, Andalex and Sato managed to come 5th overall. They had an incredible day 2. And the craziest part is it didn't even start off that well. 3 of the games were bad games. 24th, 17th and 45th. Their other games, however, was the 2nd place with 12 kills, a 1st place with 8 kills and a 1st place with 7 kills. All of these games are about 100 points plus each, and that is wild. A wild amount of points there, and that ended up securing them at 5th place. Mustache and Malibuka ended up pushing up a couple places at the end of day number 2. But honestly, I felt they got a little bit unlucky with how the zones were pulling. A lot of them were pulling to the right side of the map and also massive mountains. Mustache also crashed one game and got kicked out. Queasy and Thomas came in 7th, a super respectful placement considering they were contested the entire tournament. Trudex and Chicho ended up coming 8th. Again, a very solid performance from them. And for Strokey and Robin came 9th. They played super well and ended up winning game 1 of day 2. A couple of disappointments were Vino and Taysom coming 11th. It was pretty disappointing, I have to admit. No one expected Vino and Taysom to come 11th. Cringe and Noms, who were 2nd after day 1, were finishing in 12th. Janice and Flixie in 20th, another disappointment. And finally Trippin and Fedoxy in 24th. Though I personally was also pretty disappointed with Tusin Kami coming 37th. That team should be far higher. MVP for me today was Vanyak. He pulled off about 2 or 3 crazy solo clutches, and I reckon that he single-handedly managed to clutch them FNCS. It would be a lot tighter if not for his solo clutches. I don't know what you guys expected for NA Central, but Peterbot and Puyo obviously won. They finished with 1,092 points and 5 wins, winning almost half of the games of Grand Finals. I know, it is pretty crazy. They won half the games in day 2, starting off with a 7 kill win, then a 2 kill 10th, a 9 kill win, a dying and 30th again, then a 5 kill 6th and a 10 kill win. They only came outside the top 10 one time in 12 games, and they really did deserve this win. I will admit though, they need to take out the medallions for next season, because let's be real, the Grimgate medallion is so good. So who qualified for the LAN? Rituals and Reeked managed to take it out in 2nd place with 753 points and a great match history. I said yesterday that they looked great in endgame, and they continue to look great in endgame. They won 3 of the games. 1/4 of the games ended up in Ritual and Reeked's hands, and they did a superb job finishing in 2nd place. Canada and Cooper came 3rd, and Cooper is on the rise. I'm telling you, the Dignitas duo is absolutely rolling right now. They obviously won 2 games this grand finals, and they came pretty close to taking out second place as well. I'm expecting to see some great things from Cooper in the future, having managed to place highly with 2 duos now. In 4th we had Skittles and Trashy, and just below them by 4 points is Acorn and Cold. They had a terrible day 1, but managed to have an extraordinary day 2. While they didn't win any games, they managed to come 4th with 10 kills, 2nd with 9 kills, and 6th with 9 kills. They had some pretty crazy even games, and if they managed to take out wins in the games, they could have even taken out 3rd. Bryce and Bolts also did super well in 6th with 619 points. It was actually pretty close, up between 4 and 6. Aviv and Chubbs with 526 points in 7th. Batman, Booger and Rapid in 8th. Backer and Pars in 9th. And Iomzo and Rise actually brought it back quite a bit and came 10th today. It really felt like they found their vibe during the last 3 games, having a 7 kill 6th, a 2 kill 4th, and a 2 kill 5th. Coming top 6 all 3 of those last games really showed that they found their vibe, and if the tournament had continued, they might have even been able to catch up with some of the top 3. Clicks managed to rise up 3 places today and come 14th. The EU team we were talking about, Paco and Mixon, came 15th in the end. Though a big storyline point for them, they were the only team that was able to wipe Peterbot and Poyo out in a mid-game fight. That is the game they came 30th. That is the game Paco and Mixon killed them. EU on top, baby. No, but seriously, there were some disappointing performances. G-Mooney and Reciprocal coming 17th, Threats and Sphinx coming 24th, and Cease and Jack coming 46th. And it was a great tournament, so is EU. These were the 2 results, 2 tables on the screen right now together, and I'd appreciate if you share this video to a friend or like it with the algorithm. Make sure you watch this video on the screen right now because it is a banger and I'd appreciate it. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one.